Hey guys, and welcome to yet another pickups video. So this time we're going to take a look at the things that I picked up during March. March was a pretty slow month, but there's still some pretty decent stuff to show you, so I guess we're just gonna get on with it. Oh yeah, and to start off I would just like to give you a quick update on the Mega Man on PC Part 3. I'm about 25-ish% done editing it, so yeah, it's taking some time, but it's getting there, you know? Pickups! So I had my first pickup on March 5th, and it was at a local flea market, the one where I got the tripod and the FIFA Football 2005 last month, I think. Yeah. So I went there on the 5th and I got one game, and it's a big box PC game, and it's one of those Danish children's games, whatevers. I picked up one of these before in this series in a previous episode. Yeah, and it was about 60 cents, so yeah, why not, you know, them big box PC games. Then on the next day, on March 6th, it was time for another big haul flea market, and it was quite disappointing. I went through the entire place and no vendors had anything. So at the end I just went to a guy that has some PS2 stuff, and I picked up the Grand Theft Auto double pack with GTA 3 and Vice City. And they're both complete with maps and manuals and everything. But I paid a little bit more than I would have liked to. Paid about $4.50 for it. So yeah, but I didn't have the double pack, so I picked it up. Then later on that day I went to my local junkyard store, where I haven't been for a while at that point, and they actually had a big box PC game that I'm actually quite excited to find, and that is XCOM Interceptor. Yeah, that's pretty cool, totally complete and everything. Gotta love them XCOM games. And that was about $1.50. Then on March 9th I went game hunting through some thrift stores, and I didn't find anything all day. I went by a junkyard where I picked up some free stuff before, because they had that shed where you can put your stuff for other people to take and whatever. And there I found Microsoft Flight Simulator 2002 in this sleeve. I'm guessing this was bundled with something at some point, so yeah, it was free. So I took it. And to finish the day off I went to the local thrift store, where I actually found a game, a PS3 game, and that was Saints Row the 3rd. That glare still, huh? Here we go. But yeah, so that I picked up for about 75 cents. Ow. Then again on March 11th I went game hunting through some thrift stores, and once again, slow day, and I didn't pick anything up until the last place I went, which was one of those junkyard stores. And the only reason I picked it up was pretty much that I hadn't found anything all day, you know, the usual. So what I picked up there was not one, but two Game Boy Advance SPs, 001 models. Yeah, I don't know, I have so many of these. Why? Hadn't found anything. Stuff falls on the floor. And I also got one charger with them, and for some reason some Nintendo DS headphones quite tangled up. Yeah, I don't know. They go over here. So yeah, the SPs, the charger and the headphones were about $14-ish, a little bit under. Still a pretty good deal though, but I have so many of these, you know? And then on March 19th I went to a weekly flea market that just started up again, a little bit away from here, and I picked a few things up from two vendors. At the first vendor I picked up 4 Xbox 360 titles, and those are Army of Two, Hitman Absolution, and it's the Nordic Limited Edition, Lost Planet Extreme Condition, Capcom, and Medal of Honor Airborne. And these were about $1.50 each. They did have a lot more Xbox 360 titles, but these were the only ones in decent condition, so yeah, you know, didn't want to pick up them scratched games. And at the second vendor I picked up 3 PS2 titles, and they were Rampage Total Destruction, Tetris Worlds, and 1945 1 and 2, the arcade games. I've actually been looking for this, so that's pretty cool. It's like shoot 'em ups, or snups if you will. Such a stupid word, am I right? Yeah, and in the 1945 case there is actually a PS1 memory card. And those were also $1.50 each. Then I didn't get anything again until the 26th, where I received a package of some stuff that I won in an online auction. And it's nothing too special, some PC games. So I was riding with this guy that I won this stuff from, and I asked him if he had anything else game related, and he said he had like a folder thing filled with games. We'll get to that. But other than that, it was just some PC games, 2 shareware discs, some Power Games Volume 1 and 2. Only this one has its original case, this one is in like a CDR case. You can't see stuff like that on pictures, especially not when there's only one. And then 2 games, 2 EA Sports titles actually for the PC. World Cup 98, more football. And this game is actually the reason why I actually bid on it. NBA Live 98. And you might be thinking to yourself, why the fuck? Just why the fuck? You might find out in the future. Might need this for a future video. That's the theme for today. Banging video games on my head. What a theme. So this thing, a folder filled with games, and it was like $7.50 for it, and I took the chance. Worst chance ever. Let's open it up, shall we? First up, we have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 copies of Sheep, Dog and Wolf, which seems to have come in a Kellogg's product. And then not 1, but 2 copies of Taz Wanted, also bundled with some Kellogg's product, I guess. Wow. Then some demo disc of some cartoony thing, some Christmas with Disney interactive thing, Sever One Wicked Cricket for the PC also, and then a bunch of demo discs. I remember having a lot of these back in the day. Serious Sam on this one. Freddy Fish, Settlers, stuff fell out, another demo disc there. And then 2 games here, one Spearhead and Ultra Fighters, which comes from one of those 2-in-1 packs that I picked up before. So if I should ever find the box, I guess I'm golden, because I also have these, the inlays. Yeah. And that was all, the rest is empty. So yeah, that was a bust. But the reason why I took a chance on it and just paid the man was because he told me that he was pretty sure that he had a box of old game stuff in the attic. And I want him to think of me, So I'm hoping to hear from him at some point. He said at least he was sure there was some Commodore stuff, like some Commodore 64. So I guess I'm looking forward to that. Let's hope that this chance paid off in some other way, huh? Oh yeah, I did win another game from him in that auction, but he forgot to send it with those games. So I received that a couple of days later, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Then on the 28th, it was time for yet another very big whole flea market. And I have kind of mixed feelings about this one, because there was this reseller walking around everywhere buying absolutely everything he could get his hands on. He walked around with like 4 bags filled with shite. That made me mad. And when I got to talking to him, he was like, well, is there anything you could use? Then he wanted me to buy the games from him for retail price and shit. Nope. So the entire time there, I picked up these 4 games that I managed to snag in front of him, right under his nose. I don't care, I need these games. He literally came up and looked at the games right after I had taken these 4. So that's good. So I guess it's not all for naught. But yeah, I paid a little bit more than I usually would for these. These are PS2 titles. You can't really tell because the European ones are usually blue, the cases. Quite a coincidence that I pick up 4 with the black cases, But I paid a little bit under $11 for these 4 here in total. But I was alright paying that because they're pretty interesting titles. Somewhat uncommon titles, if you will. So first up we have Time Crisis 2, Uni, I don't know. Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance, and Kessen, one of the only European games that actually have something other than just the text on the side. It has the dude right there. It's the dude. The dude! And yeah, they're all in pretty good condition actually. No scratches or anything. So you can tell that the guy had taken care of them. Can't always say that, huh? Itchy nose. So yeah, a little bit under $11. Still a pretty good deal. They're worth more. Not that I'm gonna sell them or anything. Then still on the 28th, I went to a guy that I found on Facebook that had a box of stuff, like a box filled with DVDs and games, all sorts of shite. So I picked up that entire box, and the entire box was about $46. So everything in there came down to like about $1 each. So I'm not gonna show you the random DVDs or anything. I can show you one of them, and it's Doom! That's video game related. I'm probably just gonna keep that just for funs. It's all cheesy fun. No one gets out alive. Yeah. It's The Rock. But now the games. Just so you know, there were some random PC titles in there as well. Some of them down there. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, Diablo 2, Fallout New Vegas. I don't care too much about newer PC games, you know. But the rest was PS2 titles and Xbox 360 titles. First up, the little stack of PS2 titles here. FIFA Football 2004. No manual though, whatever. It's FIFA. A platinum German copy of Gran Turismo 4. Whatever. A platinum German copy of Jack 3. Whatever. Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. Stock Car Crash. I know I didn't have that one. Toga Race Driver 2. And a German WRC3. Look at this long title right here. WRC3. Das offizielle Spiel der FIA World Rally Championship. ZX. And this one didn't have its manual. How sad! But now we get to the meat of this pickup. Yeah, that's quite a stack, you know. Yup. You wanna get a look at the titles? This might be used for the thumbnail. I don't really have anything special to hold up in this one. Yep, so yeah, let's just get on with it. So this is a mixed bag. Some of them are in great condition and some of them are in shitty condition. But not a lot of them though. But some of them have broken cases and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. But first up, Classics copy of Assassin's Creed, German copy of Assassin's Creed 2. I like how they have to tell you that it's 100% uncut. The Germans have a reputation of censoring a lot of shite, so they just let you know, we didn't tamper with this one. And Assassin's Creed 3. Seems like this guy liked the Assassin's Creed games, huh? And Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, as I said. But that's it for the Assassin's Creed though. Next up, Battlefield 3 Limited Edition. No manual though, sadly. Here's one of those games that are in great condition on the inside, but the box is broken beyond recognition. And that's Battlefield 4, Classics copy of Battlefield Bad Company, and a German and very 100% uncut copy of Battlefield Bad Company 2. Limited Edition. This time it's just a sticker. It's not part of the actual cover. We didn't tamper with this one either. Next up, Crysis 2, Dragon Age Origins, and a very beat up copy of Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. Look at this. The case has been taped back together. There's no manual, and the disc is scratched beyond recognition. I don't know if you can see that, but if you can, well, I guess you can see the reflection of all the other stuff in my room. Good thing I had this already. And Game of the Year edition of Fallout 3, and Far Cry 3, and FIFA 13 Ultimate Edition. No manual. Gears of War 2, Classics copy of Grand Theft Auto 4. No map in there. Yeah, there was a map with GTA 4, right? Once again with the beat up boxes, like the newer the games, the more beat up the boxes are. Grand Theft Auto 5, and no map in this one either, but I have absolutely no idea if there's supposed to be a map, but that's the norm, isn't it? Classics copy of Halo 3, Metro Last Light Limited Edition, 99 Nights, Prototype, Quake 4, no manual sadly, Rage Anarchy Edition, and the last one, Titanfall. No manual though, but I don't know if there's supposed to be a manual or not. You know, newer games, they don't want to use all that paper. Fucking nuggets. So yeah, that was pretty much it from that box. Some pretty kick-ass titles in there, if I have to say so myself. There were also some empty game cases. You can see some of them from here, like Need for Speed Underground 2 on the PS2, and the steel box for FIFA 14 without anything in it. What a loss. And then even later on that day, I went to a friend of mine. He had some games for me that I could have for free. Isn't that nice of him? And it's 2 Game Gear games. I'm like, alright. So first up, Sonic the Hedgehog Chaos and Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a special thanks to him. I'm very slowly building my Game Gear collection. And the very last place I went on that day was a flea market that I really hate going to, like a private flea market. The guy is weird, but he had this. A 60 card starter deck for Mortal Kombat card game. And all 60 cards are in there. And like instruction on how to play the game. I think it's a little bit sun faded. But yeah, that was about $1.50. And then on the 29th I received the game that he had forgot to ship with the other ones from that online auction. Yeah, and it was the demo of Marvel Nemesis, Rise of the Imperfects. Yeah, for the Xbox. But much to my surprise, when I took out the game, there's another disc underneath, and it's an Xbox demo disc version 13. So more demos, Focus title, Forza Motorsport, playable demos, Dead or Alive Ultimate, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, Unreal Championship 2, Star Wars Republic Commando, Timesplitters Future Perfect, and Conga Live and Reloaded. I guess that's cool, since the game is so fucking expensive. And then we're already on the last day, which is the 31st. I went to some thrift stores here and there, found stuff at 2 places. Somewhat disappointing day, but what can you do? Both of those places were junkyard stores. At the first one I picked up Tomb Raider Anniversary on the PS2. It was the only Tomb Raider game that I was missing on the PS2, so I guess that's cool. And it was about 75 cents, so yeah. And at the other junkyard store I went to, I picked up and Pitfall The Big Adventure on the Wii, and they were also about 75 cents each, so I guess it was a pretty cheap day game hunting. And yeah, that was pretty much everything, you know. Just gonna lean back, think about all the games I'll pick up in the future. But thank you guys so much for watching, and please remember to like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube, and also tell me what you picked up lately. Also tell me what you picked up lately in the comments down below, if you will. Yay! So I'll see you guys next time, hopefully for a review. Let's find out, shall we? Goodbye! Ugh. Then I didn't get anything again until the 26th, where I received a package no.